He has been throwing touchdowns for 17 seasons. Now, BC quarterback Damon Allen is on a mission to prove he's the CFL's outstanding player. Barron Simpson has only been around for 12 games, and he's definitely in the running for CFL Rookie of the Year.
Simpson will be looking up Bobby Gordon, who since his return has not only provided balance to this offense in Winnipeg, but also taken pressure off Milt Stegall. And talking about pressure on defense, it comes at opposing quarterbacks from Doug Brown, who's quickly become the heart of arguably the best defense in the land.
We're ready for a little Wendy's. Friday night football, fourth sellout of the season in Winnipeg. The Bombers are hot and aim for their 9th straight victory as they host the Lions at home tonight.
Perfect night for a football game, partner. It's currently 20 degrees. There's some wind tonight out of the southeast at 22 kilometers per hour. That may become a factor in this game.
Perfect night for it. BC's head coach Steve Barato had a great run all the way to the Grey Cup last year. Well, the Lions are first in the West. What looked easy last season has been anything but smooth in 2001.
Dave Ritchie signed his contract here in Winnipeg 2 years ago. He put a clause in it that gave him a 4th year automatically if he went 500. That meant heading into this season he needed 14 wins. The experts said impossible. Doesn't look so impossible all of a sudden, does it?
Certainly doesn't. The Bombers are on a roll, and Ritchie could run for mayor of this city right now. This has been the most excitement surrounding this football team in many, many seasons. Ready for the kickoff. Troy Westwood. Into the wind as the Lions drop 2 deep. Coming up at the 20-yard line. This is Sir Parker. Out to the 32-yard line and dropped there. 12 on the return. And here's Damon Allen. He got back to work last week at Taylor Field. He was a little rusty after missing a couple of games, but feels pretty good about this one tonight.
A little bit rusty in Regina. Yeah, he didn't throw the ball like he would like to have. It was another windy night in Regina, but he got the job done and got the W, and that's really all that matters.
Allen on first down, looks to the near side, and he's on the money for Thelwell. He couldn't hang on. Ryan Thelwell had it there. Allen has 2 Canadian receivers, Ryan Thelwell and Denny Montana. He's still missing his favorite target, Alfred Jackson. And rave reviews for BC's offensive line, anchored in the middle by Jamie Terrace over the last couple of weeks. From the shotgun. Allen looks to the far side, and it's over. The BC Lion bench
deliberately threw that one away. Here's the defense for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, arguably the best front 7 in Canadian football, led by Doug Brown in the middle. Lamar McGrig's having a great year. Couple of changes in the secondary. 2 new corners. Byron Capers is on one corner in his first game in that position, and Nate Riles playing his first game in pro football.
Starting lineups brought to you by Midas. Keep a good thing going. Go Midas.
Got a slide, right?
It's the first time that Dave Ritchie's had to make a change in the secondary. Marvin Coleman and Raphael Ball both injured last week.
With the wind, Kellett gets it high. This is Charles Roberts. Can't stay in bounds. Slipped on the line after a 49-yard punt. So that's where the Bombers will begin. Kahari Jones in the midst of a superb season without question, and his best game was last week against the Montreal Alouettes. Likely his biggest game as the Blue Bomber quarterback in regular season play.
Well, these two are friends. There's the teacher, Kahari Jones, the student, and beginning of last year, the student snatched the pebble from Damon Allen's hands and moved on to a new team.
Yeah, the kid has won 2 straights from the professor, Damon Allen. Kahari Jones will have this one almost intercepted as he looked for Robert Gordon. Jones has 4 fine receivers, including 2 of the best in the league. Slot backs Milt Stegall and Robert Gordon. And there is one change up front for Winnipeg in this one tonight. Mike Abumetric is at left tackle for the injured Mo Elowanibi.
What an addition Robert Gordon has been to this offense in Winnipeg. Not only providing balance, he plays opposite of Milt Stegall, but takes pressure off Stegall as well.
Yeah, it gives Stegall a lot more room to maneuver out there. 2nd and 10 Bombers from the 30. Here's the heat. Arlen Bruce, the third, has a Bomber first down. And the fans in Winnipeg on their feet.
Well, it's a pressure defense. The front seven led by a couple of young players in there. Mike Fletcher and Barron Simpson. He could be a candidate for Rookie of the Year. And in the secondary, the leaders, Bo Lewis, with 4 interceptions on the season. That's number 1 in the Canadian Football League. Could that be the Rookie of the Year this year?
Well, he has 72 tackles and is only 1 behind the league leader, George White, in Saskatchewan. Eric Blunt, close to 5.
Well, if we're talking award nominees, certainly maybe this guy should be in the conversation. Kahari Jones on pace for over 4,700 yards on the year. That would be a Bomber record, held by Tom Clements currently, and in second is Matt Dunnigan. What a game he had last week.
Yeah, we talked about that briefly. It's his best game regular season, 327 yards, 3 touchdowns. But the key was they won in Montreal for the first time in a decade. Jones looking for another first down, and it's dropped. Milt Stegall couldn't hang on. There's a flag down. Bud Steen in charge of proceedings.
Over pass interference. Winnipeg 88. That penalty is declined. It's 3rd down.
So Dave Ritchie doesn't like the call on Jamie Stoddard.
Little push off from Jamie Stoddard. BC obviously declined that penalty and take the football back. Daryl Sampson helping out right beside Dave Ritchie, and a couple of wounded soldiers over there on that Winnipeg bench, as well as Marvin Coleman's been back there in his street clothes.
Raphael Ball is the other injured member of that Blue Bombers secondary. Watching from the sidelines tonight. Cameron into the breeze. Mike Fletcher on the return. It'll be 1st and 10 BC with no points on the board so far in Winnipeg.
Wendy's Friday Night Football on TSN is brought to you in part by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the CFL, and by Molson Canadian. I am Canadian.
1st and 10 for the Lions. Robert Drummond, first carry of the night, a good one. He's out near the 40-yard line, and it's close to 9 yards.
Robert Drummond told me about 3 hours ago that the Lions will go with a lot of that shovel series that they've run a little bit this year and a lot more last year, and that's the series where Drummond slices into the line and Damon Allen has the option to give it to him or take it to the outside.
The Lions running game has improved over the last couple of weeks. On 2nd and 1, Bomber defense solid all season long. Stand up Drummond there. We'll see where they spot the ball. Might be a little short.
Damon Allen, John, playing with that injured hand. That happened in week 8. Look at the scar that Damon Allen has on that hand. He had surgery right after it. Now, he broke 3 of these bones in the hand right here. They're called the metacarpal bones. Dr. McCormick, the Lions team doctor, told me. Now, here's the x-ray. He's got a plate in one and then screws in the other 2 bones to hold them in together. Now, those plates will stay there, and they're right about here in his hand, and they will stay there for the duration. So Dr. McCormick down there on the Lions sideline, who assisted in the surgery, has become their most valuable player so far this season.
Good job, Dr. Suits.
Well, I had a nice conference with Dr. McCormick down there. He explained it all. He even wrote notes for me so I wouldn't mess it up.
Yeah, I was very, very impressed. This play is whistled down. It was first down.
Well,
for the Lions by inches. Sorry, Glenn.
Dr. Getz, who is not here in Winnipeg, also helped out in the surgery. Dr. McCormick assisted.
Illegal procedure.
Team doctor.
BC 69. First down repeated.
But Damon Allen is back a lot earlier than most thought when he injured it back in week 8, and boy, do they need him.
And he's really raring to go. 3 weeks off. I mean, he missed 2 games, but he's had 3 weeks to get better. Injured in the Calgary game in week 8. And the Lions lost 2 of the games that Allen was unable to start. He's on the money right there. Beautiful catch. Seneca Holmes.
Well, one thing you know about Damon Allen, you talk about being anxious to come back. Of course, he's anxious tonight also to go after the 2 young corners for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Nate Riles is the victim on this play. He's playing in his first game, obviously going to be a little nervous, and Seneca Holmes goes right inside him there. You see him try and play the football, misses it, it's into Holmes' hands. You know Damon Allen will go after Riles and Byron Capers, who has some experience, but not as a corner.
A 34-yard gain, setting the Lions up at the Winnipeg 44. And another flag is down.
Time count violation. BC 9. First down repeated.
Tony Corbin, the backup quarterback for the Lions, played 2 games in Allen's absence. Didn't play badly, but lost both. And really, that is the difference. He put up some numbers in both games. Damon Allen comes back last week, wins in Saskatchewan. That's the difference.
Narrow victory, but a victory none the same. Long toss, far side. And Allen had a little pressure off the edge. Drummond was the target.
Brian Clark provided the pressure off the edge on Damon Allen. It was going right after that left hand. I'm not suggesting that Clark was aiming for it, but you see that left hand. Damon Allen takes a hit on that hand. And here's Robert Drummond lined up at the outside, one-on-one on Lamar McGriggs. Whenever Drummond gets a linebacker on him, that's where Damon Allen wants to throw the football.
So in the time count violation, and it's 2nd down and 15 now for Allen from the shotgun. Elusive as always. Allen picks his way for about 7 or 8, but well short of the first down. Make it a 7-yard gain, but the Lions get positive yardage on the drive. The 34-yard catch by Seneca Holmes.
You know, always when there's an injury, it doesn't matter who the player is. You wonder about how the player will come back psychologically from that injury. Will he be favoring the injured area? And you can see Damon Allen running in the open field. Doesn't look like he's trying to protect that left hand at all. He looks like he's past it, even though it's not completely healed.
Matt Kellett struggled a bit last week, but he did get the game winner in Saskatchewan. This from 50 with the breeze at his back, and he's got his first of the night. So the Lions come away with points on their 3rd drive, a 51-yard field goal. It's BC on top. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football. We're on our way to Hamilton for CFL Live on Sunday afternoon. Alouettes Ticats kick off at 4 o'clock Eastern. That should be a good one, too.
Hamilton coming off an overtime win versus the Calgary Stampeders. Montreal, they're not going to be happy campers when they arrive in Hamilton.
After
a loss to Winnipeg.
The loss to Winnipeg and the loss of first place to the Blue Bombers. And the Stampeders' struggles continue. The Argos are on top, 23-3 in the 3rd quarter in Toronto tonight. Here's Kahari Jones. No flag, but there was a little contact down there on the intended receiver. And Blue Bomber fans are not happy with the way Jamie Stoddard was treated.
Well, it was Derek Lewis on the sideline with them, a little pushing back and forth. I thought it was going both ways, and the right move to leave your flag in the pocket if you're the official in that case. 4 interceptions on the season for Bo or Derek Lewis. He likes both. Doesn't matter, he says.
Now, where does Bo come from? From Bo Derek?
Did he date Bo Derek? Is that a scoop?
No. I'm just saying his name is Derek Lewis.
All right.
Stiegel got a hand on it, couldn't bring it down. I always called him Derek, you see, so I never really got around to asking why it was Bo.
Be your best friend, Bo, if you're a defensive lineman. And they're all coming after Kahari Jones right now over the middle. And you can see it's, again, Bo Lewis cutting underneath Milt Stegall, causing that incompletion.
So Cameron is in. Mike Fletcher is deep. Not as good as his first punt, but he'll get a roll out of it. And the Lions are lucky to come back up with a football after it was bobbled down there. Penalty marker is down, and Parker was there for the return.
Our ref cam is out there. This is the umpire right there. Look out. Oh, man.
BC number 6. First down.
You see the flag come out of the pocket of the umpire as he's lying on the ground. Looked like Mike Moore just ran over him.
Timeout in Winnipeg. It's the Lions on top. Reload.
Right back.
Steve Barato made a great run to the Grey Cup last year with the Lions. Dave Ritchie looking to do the same thing this year with the Blue Bombers. Potential matchup for the final week of November in Montreal. Those two guys. Allen far side and Denny Montana, and he's forced out near the 36-yard line.
Both teams, of course, looking for that first place in their division, and of course the first place bye in the playoffs. But it's more important, as important it is for Winnipeg and their fans to have a home playoff game. Maybe more important for the BC Lions when you think about the game they have to do over on November 6th. If they can finish first and get that bye, they get the break.
That's the rescheduled game against the Tiger Cats, and it has now been established as November 6th in Vancouver. Sean Millington will get the first down. If the Lions finish first in the West, then they'd have a bye to the final, obviously, and that would give them about 10 days after November 6th. If they finish in second or third spot and have to play in the semifinal, they'd have that November 6th game and then a playoff game a matter of 4 days later. So it could be really, really tough at that stage.
Yeah, and if they're struggling for home field advantage in the playoffs, then they have to play all the starters in that November 6th game, and then you have the short rest before a playoff game. So first place very important to the Lions.
And obviously this is a key game in their schedule tonight. A little too far as Allen aired it out for Seneca Holmes, number 82, making his third start. Had a pretty good game in Regina last week. Well, what are you watching for tonight?
Well, for the BC Lions, we talked about it, that Damon Allen is going after the corners, and he wants to cream the corners. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers want to bomb that blitz. The BC Lions will always play an aggressive style of defense, and they've made 17 plays over 40 yards. They can get it done, but that's what they'll have to do tonight.
Do you write this stuff all by yourself?
No, we meet for hours on this stuff, okay?
Top two teams in their divisions head-to-head in Winnipeg tonight. A great evening for football, 2nd and 10.
Darnell McDonald left the field in that last play limping. They're cutting off his spat. He's got his shoe all taped up there, and they're cutting it off to take a look at his ankle. There's Darnell McDonald in the replay working on Jerron Bolden. Stops and tries to turn around. Harold Nash picks him up, and you can see him limp to the side, well, hop to the sideline. Take a look at that ankle.
Sean Millington only got 3 on the previous play, so Kellett is in to kick to Charles Roberts.
You got it.
Something that BC head coach Steve Barato didn't really want to do because this guy can fly. Roberts couldn't get away that time. Stopped at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Blue Bombers when we return. First down Bombers. Kahari Jones for Eric Blunt. Maybe a yard. Blunt averaging 5.6 yards a carry. Has 439 so far this season, but he's been used in a rotation with Charles Roberts.
See concern on the BC Lions bench. Darnell McDonald. They check out that ankle area. He never got hit, never really even went down. He just sort of turned on the spot, and there's Dr. McCormick working again. taking a look at that foot.
Second and 10. Can they turn this into a first down? Jamie Stoddard made the catch, and he'll have plenty to spare.
There's Jamie Stoddard. He's the middle receiver in that formation. 3 receivers to the left of Kahari Jones, and Jamie Stoddard just gears it down. Nothing fancy. He sees the gap in the secondary and just gears it down in that zone and picks up the first down.
A gain of 15, an important first down for the Blue Bombers into the wind with 4:21 to go in the opening quarter. 3 receivers to the near side. Here's the heat on Kahari Jones. Underthrew Eric Bluntz.
Kahari Jones talked about how he will have to have patience and have composure playing against this BC Lion pressure defense. Barron Simpson drops out of there, but Mike Fletcher doesn't, and they give you so many different looks defensively. She's getting up close and personal look at it.
Second and 10 for the Bombers. Another sellout in Winnipeg. It's been a great season of football here for Bomber fans. And again, Blunt is underthrown by Kahari Jones. So both quarterbacks struggling a little bit, trying to read that wind out there.
Well, I'm going to give credit to the Lion defense right now. They've got some pressure on Kahari Jones, and he doesn't have his rhythm.
So Cameron is in again. Mike Fletcher standing back near the 25. Cameron into the wind. He knows how to get it done. Sir Parker on the return, number 24. That's really his name, folks. S-I-R-R.
Left hand taped up on Damon Allen. This was week 8 versus the Calgary Stampeders when Allen looked to throw and was hit from the backside. Went down, rolled over that left hand. We showed you the 3 metacarpal bones that he broke in that left hand. He has titanium pins and a plate in there that will stay in the hand.
So it's a heavy hand now.
It's a heavy hand. But it's not the passing hand, and that's the important part.
Allen, nice fake. Looking for Brett Anderson. And a little mix-up out there. However, penalty marker down near the 50.
Well, Harold Nash was working on Brett Anderson, and you're going to see him right there. He's got good position right now. Now, Brett Anderson breaks to that corner pattern, and there was a slight grab in the right hand.
Illegal contact on a receiver. Winnipeg 13. First down.
I think they got the number wrong because Harold Nash was right at the target area. You can see Tom Europe going.
And 13 is not accepting responsibility for that call. Not Tom Europe. You're right, it was Harold Nash.
Harold Nash, he just a subtle grab of the jersey as Brett Anderson went to the corner pattern, and he got caught.
Lions now out at the 45 of the first down and a 3-0 lead. Into the final 3 minutes here of the opening quarter. Allen to his right, sidearms that one, and Anderson has it this time. Hanging on for another key first down for BC, and a 14-yard gain.
Just a solid defense from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They don't give up a whole lot. You can see how Antonio Armstrong keeps contained on Damon Allen. Yet Damon Allen completes that pass up there for the first down, but you can guarantee you one thing. Gene Gaines in charge, Dave Ritchie more influence in the defense this year. You're going to have to earn everything you get.
Quick release for Allen this time. Couldn't connect with Ryan Thelwell.
Gene Gaines still the defensive coordinator. He takes care of the secondary, coordinates the defense. He had that entire responsibility a year ago. This year it's divided between him and Dave Ritchie. Dave Ritchie wanted to be a little more hands-on with that defense.
Well, and defense is Richie's background in Canadian football, without question.
Well, they're number one against the run.
You gotta get out of here.
And very close to the top against the pass.
When he hasn't been a head coach, he's been a defensive coordinator. Here's Damon Allen. He'll get the first down, smooth as ever. Allen seemed to tuck that left hand in a little bit as he was going down there, protecting it, but he'll have the first down after a 15-yard run.
See, Damon Allen knows the importance of scoring when the wind is at his back. That's why he's going to take off and run with his football and not hook slide at the end. If he hook slides, he's about 3 yards short or maybe 2 yards short of the first down, but he takes that extra step, jumps over his own player, and takes a bit of a hit for it.
Lions outside the Bomber 35. Robert Drummond. Hard yards up the middle. Talked about the offensive line for the Lions. A struggle in the early going this season, but they played very well lately.
Well, no one has a better view of that last play from Robert Drummond than Ian Bain, the umpire. Want to take a look? Here it is.
There's his view. Ian Bain, a former offensive lineman with the Calgary Colts in junior football a year or two ago. Allen in trouble here. Had to fire it out of touch.
Crowd wants a penalty.
But it was over the line of scrimmage.
And absolutely right. There's no penalty if that ball crosses the line of scrimmage. So Lamar McGriggs and Chase.
Having a great year, isn't he?
Oh, is he ever. For some reason, Lamar McGriggs has had a bit of a bad reputation throughout the league. I don't understand why, because every coach I talk to, and when you talk to his teammates, they'll all tell you to a man, this guy is strictly a player, and he's a great leader in the room as well.
Seventh play of an impressive drive for the Lions inside the Bomber 30. Batted down, it's up for grabs, and blue shirts can't quite get to it.
Well, I think Tom Europe batted it, and Tom Europe almost intercepted it. Winnipeg doesn't do this a whole bunch, but you see Europe sneak up there, number 13. Gets that vertical, gets up in the air, and then he turns around and almost has that interception. They won't blitz Tom Europe a whole bunch, but when they get backed up into their own end, that's when they'll send them.
Kellett hammered one from 51 yards on his first attempt. By comparison, this is a chip shot. He's 2 for 2, and the Lions have a 6-0 lead. On the final play of the opening quarter, BC on top on the return of Damon Allen to Winnipeg Stadium. 6-0 after 1.
Wendy's Friday Night Football at the quarter.
Welcome back, Dave, Eric, Matt, and Chris. Well, the BC Lions, Chelsea, are working pretty hard at taking that Winnipeg crowd out of it. They're still up, and it's a 6-0 game. There's nothing the Bombers can't handle.
Surprises me? Everyone's going for the kill shot in this game. Everyone's throwing that football downfield, and when it comes to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, this is going to make it or break it for them, because what is BC going to do? They're going to put so many people right on the line of scrimmage, and it's up to Kari Jones to find that open receiver. Here's the first look, and there's just a little too high for the receiver, Stiegel. If that was connected, that would have been a big game. Here the receiver adjusts and come back to the football, makes some positive yards. The bottom line is Kari Jones has to make the right reads. The receivers have to adjust, and then they're on their way. But when they put all those bodies on the line of scrimmage, that's the quarterback's time.
Chris, you said Kahari Jones has got to be right in his reads. I think Damon Allen has been right on his reads in this first quarter. He's attacked the people we talked about, Riles and Capers on the corner, very intelligently in this first quarter. He's taken what he's given him. Underneath, little dink passes. Take what you give you. Sooner or later, those guys are going to jump up. Here we see Damon go underneath in 1st and 10. That's positive. That's smart. That's playing within your system. Sooner or later, Riles are going to jump that, and the veteran KG quarterback and Damon Allen is going to go up over the top, ET.
And speaking of that KG guy, I want to say something about this guy's toughness. I'm alluding to Damon Allen. I mean, you're talking about a 38-year-old guy with a broken hand. Yet in this first quarter, a couple of times when the run's been there, he's not even, there's been no hesitation in terms of him getting upfield and making positive yards. When he runs, when he uses those legs, this is a very different BC team. You talk about the ultimate in leadership. When you play through adversity, play through injuries, that's how you win big games. And I tell you what, Damon Allen is showing showing us a lot in this first quarter.
There is one other game, guys, underway tonight. It is at Sky Dome. Calgary is coming back. They were down 23-0 at one point. Joe Fleming scored on a 53-yard interception return. Travis Mort has just scored for Calgary, and it's now 23-17.
Stampeders come all the way back. Welcome back to Winnipeg. Game 2 of the week, and the Blue Bombers are on a nice little roll. 8 straight wins.
Did I hear Dave say Joe Fleming had an interception for a touchdown? Big Joe going? All right.
That'd be the rumble through the Sky Dome.
That's right.
If he had taken it any distance at all. Here's Roberts. He's exciting. And he almost breaks another one out near midfield with a superb return. 32 yards for Charles Roberts, who took a punt 53 yards for a touchdown against the Tiger Cats in Week 4. Watch this guy go.
Roberts got some help from his friends, some blocking down the field, but he is quick in the hole.
Steve Barato quoted yesterday as saying this guy can make 3 guys miss in a phone booth.
Yeah. Everyone on the line of scrimmage for the BC Lions.
Loose ball. Kahari Jones misplayed it. And the Bombers are back quickly to jump on it. Almost a very costly error, but Stoddard got back to recover the fumble. It was a bad exchange.
Yeah, it was right in the middle, and it was the exchange that was the problem, and then it looked like that ball was kicked by maybe Cameron Legault right in the middle of that defensive line for BC. Now the Bombers recovered it, but they lost a ton of yardage. 17, as a matter of fact.
So this will be 2nd and 27. Bombers back at the 37 after that great return. Screen pass. Can this work? Blunt caught from behind, so it's a quick 2 and out for the Bombers. Here's how it's stacked up through the opening quarter. Time of possession definitely in favor of the Lions at 9:04.
And they had the wind at their backs. But you can see by those numbers, just 5 yards rushing for Winnipeg, 31 yards passing. These are 2 of the best 2 defenses in Canadian football. In fact, in the 25 defensive categories, these 2 teams are in first place in 17 of them. So it's not a big surprise that the offensive numbers are down at this point.
Cameron's first kick with the wind, and it's a beauty. Lions are pinned deep at the 10-yard line. 57 on the kick by the veteran Bob Cameron. Just 3 on the return. This was almost a little more costly for the Blue Bombers. Cheers are a little louder for the 10-2 Bombers this season.
Well, I think it's for Rita and Dutch.
Oh, they can read that down there.
They can read it.
Oh, I didn't realize they were seeing a monitor down there.
When Gino Retta and Darren Magician come on, man, the girls get fired up.
Hard to believe, isn't it? First down Lions. Here's Robert Drummond nicely around the corner, and he'll have a first down.
Well, the Lions have the running game going. They haven't used it as often as they probably should have in the first quarter. But when they have, it's been effective, and it's been all Robert Drummond. Steve Barato told us yesterday that part of the reason for the running game improvement over the last couple of weeks has been the play of the offensive line. They finally got it going up front, BC.
8 touchdowns on the season for Robert Drummond. And again, he gets the call. Number 29, not quite a first down this time, but substantial yards just the same. Running with a lot more authority in the last couple of weeks. 725 yards from scrimmage for Drummond so far this season. And then when you partner that with Sean Millington to his left, 686 all-purpose yards for him. Add in Damon Allen's rushing totals, and it's a pretty good running game, isn't it?
Well, it really is, and it's a triple threat. Damon Allen to the outside, Drummond and Millington up the middle. On
second down, Just missed the target. It was Thelwell that Damon Allen was looking for, and the play was all set up.
Well, it really was, and I think what Damon Allen was trying to do is put that football out in front of Ryan Thelwell, so not only would he catch it for the first, but you see if he catches that and it's leading him to the outside, he can turn the corner and pick up tons of yardage after the catch. He just put it a little too far outside.
Allen just 3 completions and 11 tries tonight. Here's Charles Roberts deep again. Now this is Matt Kellett's first punt into the wind. Roberts bobbled it, lucky to get it back. .34 on the punt, nothing on the return. It's BC on top by 6. Blue Bombers are 10-2, best start since 1961. That's going back 40 years. That was the year of the Fog Bowl. Bombers won the Grey Cup that year. 4th sellout, as we talked about earlier. And they've won 8 in a row.
When you sell out, they get all kinds, don't they? I'll tell you one thing, those pumpkin heads are going to be awful stinky by Halloween.
Yeah. What I hate about that is trying to wash the seeds out of your hair when you get home.
And by the way, for the record, that is not Bob Cameron to the right, sitting up there. Although pumpkin pie is his favorite, that's not Cameron.
Eric Blunt is wrapped up in a hurry. The Bomber running game has not been effective so far tonight.
Although it looks like they're coming down there saying, if you guys need help, we'll come right down there right now and help you out.
I think that's not where they're going. That guy had 2 beers in his hand, and I think he was headed for the washroom.
or a rubber room, one of the two, I don't know.
And I'm hoping he makes it in time. Loss of a couple is the 2nd and 12, Blue Bombers.
Kahari Jones is just not in his rhythm. He's not in that zone right now. And it's because of the pressure from the BC Lions defense. You know, he said yesterday, I've got to be patient. I know they're going to send pressure. I've got to be composed in the pocket. When they do send that pressure, I'm going to go downtown with the football. But he has been off balance so far tonight.
So did you say the edge in the coaching department, defensive coordinator versus offensive coordinator, belongs to Gary Echeverry thus far?
You love these matchups. I know you do.
I love the coaching matchups.
Absolutely. And right now, Gary Echeverry is winning the battle. Absolutely.
Not quite as deep for Cameron, but he gets a bounce. Sir Parker up the middle for a nice return of 13 yards out near the 25.
Well, you take a look at the accomplishments of Damon Allen, what he's done all time in football. There's Warren Moon. He played in 2 leagues, about 49,000 and change in the NFL and 21,000 in Canadian football. Dan Marino's in 2nd. And look at those numbers. In 2.5 years, based on what Damon Allen has done since being a starter in the CFL, he will pass Dan Marino. In 4.5, he will pass Warren Moon.
Well, he has the best stats of all quarterbacks in 3-down football. And he's in his 17th season. That's Sean Millington, close to a first down.
And I tell you something, he would like to play 4.5 or 5 more years. He really would. And I think he still enjoys the game. He loves the competitive fire that it takes to play the game. And he will play as long as he physically can.
Well, it looks pretty smooth, doesn't he? Second down and 2. 8 yards for Millington. And he may not have the first down. It was a long 2 yards. Millington, the ball carrier again. And this is going to be close, folks.
Forward gain for Antonio Armstrong. He's the guy who slid over and made the tackle. See Lamar McGriggs. He's going to step up into that line of scrimmage, take on the block of Steve Hart. And here comes Antonio Armstrong, 58. Puts the hat right on Millington in the hole. And they're going to have to measure because of that hit. Armstrong's first game, September 8th. Tried out in the NFL, didn't work out for him. But he was an impact player for this team a year ago. And last year he played at the linebacker position. This year they've moved him up to defensive end. So Antonio Armstrong showing his versatility. And you combine that with the play of Lamar McGriggs, and it just adds to the strength of that defense.
It'll be 3rd down. Inches to go. And the Lions are going for it.
They're going to go over Doug Brown. They better get a push.
Allen underneath. And he'll have the 1st down. The Lions have turned into wonderful road warriors so far this season. They haven't played a home game in more than a month. They've been on the road. Montreal and Toronto on the eastern swing. And this is game 2 of the western swing, if I can say it that way, with a stop in Regina and here tonight in Winnipeg.
Well, that's right. And then, you know, they came across from Regina. They didn't go back to Vancouver, so they were here in Winnipeg on Tuesday. And they're going to have to measure this one again. That's how close it was. And
I thought for sure he had it, Glenn, but obviously someone else has another idea. And I guess the spot will be all important, but there you go. I was right on. It was made it by an inch and a half, maybe 2. Well, maybe by the length of the ball, actually.
Way to go, Hawkeye. Well, here's the push. You're going to have to get a good one if you're going to beat Doug Brown in the middle. Looked like Jamie Terrace, Steve Harden. That offensive line got it done. Damon Allen went right behind the veteran Jamie Terrace in his 15th season.
Snap was a little low. Allen picked it up. Complete far side. No, they rule it no catch. Robert Drummond covered by Lamar McGriggs.
4 sacks on the season for Lamar McGriggs. He's been part of that blitz package when Winnipeg does send pressure, but he can also cover when you send a back out of the backfield, and you see him right on the back of Robert Drummond. Having an outstanding season, Lamar McGriggs.
That was a good call. Drummond had it, couldn't hang on. Thus it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun again. Montana made the catch about halfway to a 1st down, but he couldn't get away.
Well, you know,
from a Bomber defense.
I just looked from a big picture sort of way in this game right now. These are 2 very well coached, balanced football teams that have to work for everything they're going to get. And, you know, you can see when a catch is made, the tackle is made immediately, and they're flying around the football both sides right now.
Bombers are hiding a couple of rookie corners out there rather well, camouflaging them some way. It's Byron Capers starting at 1, and Nate Riles, a raw rookie, on the other side. And Allen hasn't picked them apart yet. It's wobbly, and it's out. Not deep at all. Penalty flag is down back at the line of scrimmage, however. He's hoping that it won't go against his average. It's a 23-yard punt.
Well, Matt Kellett not near as experienced as Bob Cameron punting into the wind here in Winnipeg.
Well, no one is as experienced as Bob Cameron
in football.
In football.
In football.
Any league.
Holding, Winnipeg 3. Holding, Winnipeg 99.
Ooh.
That penalty is declined. 1 is accepted. It's 1st down.
You know, Kahari Jones has struggled offensively. No catches for Robert Gordon or Milt Stegall yet tonight.
7 possessions for the Bombers. Still nothing on the scoreboard. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football live from Winnipeg. For the most part, both defenses are winning the battle tonight. Milt Stegall and Robert Gordon virtually shut down. So far, the Bombers have not moved the ball well as yet. Well, wide open. Stegall couldn't hang on. Right off his fingertips. Kahari couldn't have put it in a much better position.
Well, we cued Milt Stegall to make the play. He slips in behind the coverage of Curtis Anderson and is in the gap between Anderson and the safety, Warner Herndon. Stegall 9 touchdowns on the season, just behind Mike Pringle, but quiet so far tonight. However, in order to get the ball to Stegall or Robert Gordon, I think Kahari Jones needs a little more time to throw it.
Early movement, and flags do come down. Catch is made, and another flag on the far side. So a couple to sort out on the same play, but it looked like early movement from the Lions.
The newcomer in the lineup, I believe it's Adriano Belli, is the guy who is offside. He's anxious to get a start and get a chance to play here tonight. So I believe it was Belli in the neutral zone.
Jamie Stoddard was the Blue Bomber receiver on the play. We'll see if it'll stand.
Adriano Belli is an interesting story. At 5 years old, he started working in his father's meat packing.
Offside, BC 90. Major foul, unnecessary roughness, BC 90. First down.
Started working in his dad's meat locker. And what his job was, even at 5 years old, was to break the ribs up with his bare hands. He built up those arms and that strength because of that. And now he's a pretty good football player, and he was a little aggressive on that series. A little over-aggressive.
Yes. Bit of a meathead right there, taking 2 penalties.
The Mariposa Meat Market in Mississauga.
Bombers get a first down out of it. Here's Kahari Jones. He won't escape. Wrapped up from behind by Herman Smith. Smith has 6 sacks on the season.
Herman Smith, number 91. You see him come right up the middle. Looking on Mike Sutherland. Goes right by Mike Sutherland using his hands to chase down Kahari Jones. Been playing injured all season long.
No sack awarded on that play because of a 1-yard gain by Kahari Jones, making this 2nd and 9. Jones from the shotgun. Looking long, coverage is tight. Catch is made. Robert Gordon. He can make it happen.
Yeah, and see what happens when Kahari Jones gets a little time to throw the football. He put that right on the money. You can't get in any better coverage than Curtis Anderson was on the sideline. You see him going right down the field here. And watch this. Gordon with a little bit of a shake move here. Number 23, Curtis Anderson's in perfect position, but that ball is right on the money. You can't throw it any better. And again, both teams having to work for every single catch in this football game.
First big play of the ball game for the Blue Bombers comes from Robert Gordon. A 46-yard reception from Kahari Jones, setting Winnipeg up. First and goal to go from inside the 10. And there we go. Touchdown, Eric Blunt. This place is a lot more fun when it's full, isn't it?
Well, every place across the league is more fun when it's full, and it's rocking right now, thanks to Eric Blunt.
For the lead. Westwood's first point of the night. Eric Blunt has the touchdown. 5th of the season. But his first receiving touchdown gives the Bombers a 1-point advantage.
Again, Kahari Jones has time to throw the football. You see Blunt come out here and then cut back into the middle. And when he does, Kahari Jones, a little jump ball there for him. Eric Blunt's in behind the coverage. Robert Gordon helps out because he steps down and takes coverage with him. And the layer between the 2 receivers is the reason Eric Blunt is open, working on Barron Simpson.
Couple of key plays on the drive.
Back in the game. What's up, Kel? How you doing? See you next week, baby.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers have improved drastically from a year ago in the red zone. Close to 70% of the time, they're coming away with a touchdown when they get inside the 20. You'll win more football games than not when you can do that.
2 plays and the Bombers get to the end zone. Of course, the huge 46-yard catch by Robert Gordon set it up.
Hey, there you go.
Looking back, a couple of plays prior to that, the double penalty, offside and roughing kept that drive going for Winnipeg. So here's Troyer Westwood. Set to kick it back. A breezy night in Winnipeg, and lots of guys have trouble on the tee.
Well, you're gonna find out who the holder is if it happens again, who the safety on the kickoff cover team is, because he'll have to come and hold that ball if it falls over one more time. Nope, it's okay.
Takes it deep down to the 5. Sir Parker, number 24. And there are bombers all around, limiting his return to 19. Scoring drive brought to you by UPS. Impressive to say the least. The touchdown by Blunts.
5 plays. The key play was that Gordon catch, 46 yards down the sideline, and great coverage on Curtis Anderson. Straight down the sideline for Robert Gordon.
And the pass was perfect.
That's tremendous concentration by Robert Gordon.
He doesn't mind it when you call him Flash, does he? Allen near side, and he's flattened. There is a flag down.
Major foul, roughing the quarterback. Winnipeg 97, first down.
97 is Doug Brown. Let's take a look. Damon Allen releases that football right now. And it was 97. The number was correct. Very close call by the officials. Looked like that arm was just on its way down when Doug Brown made contact.
5th penalty against the Bombers. The Lions have 5 as well. Robert Drummond, close to 5. He has run well tonight.
Well, Allen's taken some big hits, and that hand seems to be okay so far. A little titanium in there, so strengthens it up a little bit. And you get a hit like that, and right after he got hit from Doug Brown, he reached up and grabbed that hand, and this is that hit. One more time. Went down hard, but he reached up, grabbed the hand, he's fine.
2nd and 6. Allen will throw. Looking deep. Just missed.
This time,
more heat from Brown.
Yeah, Doug Brown getting that good push up the middle. He's become the heart of this defense, right in the middle of it. And you see the push he gets on Steve Harden. Harden holds him off for a second, but there's a little bit of a size difference. The left arm of Doug Brown throws down Damon Allen. But he tried to back off that time, so he didn't get the call a second time in a row.
Made the play this time. The pass a couple of yards away from the intended receiver, Seneca Holmes. So enter Matt Kellett. Whoa, this one's going backwards. Charles Roberts,
he went back
overran it. There's a penalty marker down. He might have drawn the no side or the no yards penalty.
Well, Robert Gordon making an impact in this game in the second quarter with his big catch down the sideline on Curtis Anderson. You called him Flash. He's got a couple of nicknames. Some people call him Bobby Gorgeous. I'm a little uncomfortable calling him Bobby Gorgeous. I don't know why.
Well, the coach has called him Bobby Gorgeous a couple of times.
And there's the touchdown. The result of that catch from Robert Gordon on the sideline to Eric Blunt. I don't know. I just walk up to him, shake his hand, say, "How you doing, Bobby Gorgeous?" It just doesn't go for me. I'm sorry.
Well, there's little doubt that the Bombers have been a much different football team since Robert Gordon came back into the fold. Winnipeg really took off when Gordon got back, playing his 7th game tonight.
Well, they put him in the slot back position opposite of Milt Stegall. And what it does is it makes defense respect both sides of the field, so they can't double team Milt Stegall. At times before Gordon arrived, Stegall was being triple teamed. One will be over here on this side, Robert Gordon right there on the opposite side.
After a gain of 2, this is 2nd and 8. Kahari Jones looks to escape, and he does for a first down. Out across the 50. On the referee cam, watch Kahari run. Caught a great movie the other night, Space Cowboys. Donald Sutherland, James Garner, 2 of my favorites.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
Wasn't Tommy Lee Jones in that one too?
Space Cowboys, it's called. If you see it on cable, it's a lot of fun. Oh.
Yeah, well, there's our Space Cowboys.
Right, no, those are cowboys in space.
I see the bad moon rising.
Enough of that. It's a Winnipeg first down. Charles Roberts, his flags go down in the Bomber backfield. He picks up 5. 11 minutes to go at Skydome in Toronto. The Argos cling to a 2-point lead on the Stampeders at 26-24.
Holding. Winnipeg 68. First down repeated.
Well, I've just been informed by our producer, Paul McLean, that there will be no more singing.
I warned you.
Okay. I will be fined from now on for singing. All right.
Dandy Don, you are not. Argos have scored. It's 33-24. We'll keep you posted. It's the Bombers by 1 here in Winnipeg. 1st and 20. And Roberts couldn't hang on.
You know, every receiver, even the completions, there are defenders all over the place. I mean, Charles Roberts was looking at a huge hit. Even if he catches the football here, he sneaks out of the backfield. It's coming right at you. Look at the defenders right in place to put the hit on him. Baron Simpson saying, hello. Both defenses making him earn it.
Talked about Simpson with a solid shot to be Rookie of the Year when the Chrysler Awards are handed out in Montreal Grey Cup week. Kahari is wrapped up, pumped once, and he didn't fool anybody along that line. Cameron Legault, great athlete, 5th sack of the year for Legault.
What about a nominee for Outstanding Canadian?
You like him? I do.
For Cameron Legault, who is having an all-star season in the middle of that defense. You see Cameron Legault right in here. Watch him with the move right up in the middle and is in the face of Kahari Jones. He has nowhere to go. That will be his 5th sack of the season.
3rd down in too many dimensions, so Cameron is in with the win from the 20. Look at this rocket. He'll get a bounce too. Let's see what Sir Parker can do. There won't be enough room to the outside. Nice running tackle by Winnipeg native Dave Donaldson. It's the Bombers by 1 in Winnipeg so far. Just over 2 minutes to go in the opening half. If the Bombers can hold the Lions here, they'll get the ball back with a little bit of time to work with.
Going to that running game, you know, coming into this game, the Winnipeg defense was giving up just 73.8 yards per game along the ground. Number 1 in the CFL. They've given up over that so far tonight. When you look at the yards they've given up tonight against the BC Lions, and Robert Drummond has been the big reason for that. Tonight, 89 yards, 73.8 heading in.
2nd down and 6. Allen stands in. Had to pull it down. Looks to throw on the run. Looks to to run for the first down. He's got it.
Oh, what a run. What
it really was wonderful, wasn't it?
Vintage Damon Allen. It really was what Damon Allen is all about. Composure, looks down the field, doesn't like what he sees to the play side or his right. Then he just takes it to the outside, can throw on the run effectively, pumps fakes Lamar McGriggs. He gets him up in the air so he can't make the tackle and picks up the first down with his legs. That is vintage Damon Allen right there for you.
First down, BC out near the 25. This is Robert Drummond. That's vintage stuff, too. Drummond gets near the 40 with 1:07 to go till halftime. Lions down by a point at 7-6.
Now, you know, that offensive line for BC, they took it upon themselves as a challenge heading in here to this game this evening. Everyone talking about the Winnipeg defense, and especially that front seven, how strong they've been all season long against the run. And it's a veteran group up front for the BC Lions. They're playing their best football the last 3 weeks. And they're right on pace. I mean, this is the first half, 114 yards already.
First down, it's Drummond again. Behind the right side of that line, Hendrickson and Mantika that time.
I love what Damon Allen does right after that play. He turns around, takes a quick look at the time clock. 1:03 left. He knows he has plenty of time to huddle the boys up one more time. He doesn't have to get into hurry up just yet.
What he does have, though, is a problem with the breeze because the Lions are going into it at this stage of things. So they'll have to get Matt Kellett just a little closer.
Probably the 30-yard line with the football.
Little shovel pass, well read by the Bomber defense. Clark was there, but Brown was there first.
Talking to a lot of these defenders in Winnipeg and guys in starting defense, including Doug Brown, they'll tell you that when you go back to
Winnipeg,
you go back to week 3 of the season, it was a loss versus Montreal right here in Winnipeg. But during that game, Dave Ritchie's defense, for 3 plays down on their own goal line, stopped the Montreal Alouettes from scoring. Now, they did lose that game, but they felt defensively that goal line stand was the turning point for their season and really established them in the front seven as a top-notch defense in this league.
Charles Roberts is one of 2 deep for the Bombers. So on second down, Kellett will kick. Bombers had a timeout. Out near the 43, and that breeze really is affecting Kellett's kicking tonight. Wendy's CFL Live comes your way Sunday afternoon. Hi to you, too. Catch us from Hamilton. It's the Alouettes and the Tiger Cats. Oh, yeah, you guys are number 1. Blue Bombers at 10-2, and everyone's having a good time in this stadium these days.
Nice to see the young faces in the crowd. You mentioned the wind, John. Matt Kellett having some difficulties punting into it. Can get going here in Winnipeg.
Kahari Jones has Stiegel. First catch for him. He's out near the 55. 28 seconds to go. The Bombers have the wind at their backs.
Well, they just need 1 first down, and they're in field goal range for Troy Westwood. 27 seconds left to go. Kahari Jones has time for 2 or 3 plays before the end of the half. To get in field goal range, maybe 1 shot deep, and then go for that first down. The field goal.
Behind the target.
Saying no.
No catch for Jamie Stoddard. There they are. The kickers.
Cameron Legault got to Kahari Jones one more time, forced that poor throw from Jones that was behind Jamie Stoddard. It's very tough for quarterback to throw when you're getting hit like that. All you got to do is ask one.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Shotgun for Jones. Legault again. Flags are down. Could be holding against the Bombers. Completion at the 35. Stoddard has it there, but the penalty looks like it may go against Winnipeg.
Brandon Dyson was right in the middle of things in that offensive line with Mike Fletcher.
Double calls going against the Bombers, if you can read lips.
Personal foul against the Bombers, holding against the Bombers.
So do you think Brandon Dyson, number 59, is involved in that second penalty?
Well, they were in a scrap. Brandon Dyson and Mike Fletcher.
Holding, Winnipeg 59. Major foul, unnecessary roughness. Winnipeg 59.
Oh, he gets them both. Well, that cost Winnipeg points.
Brandon Dyson, number 59, will try and find him in this crowd. The umpire didn't make that call. The umpire didn't see him. You could tell from his angle.
They're criticizing his shot now on the ump cam?
No, he was just looking in a different direction, which is fine.
Pictures have been terrific there tonight. From right inside the middle of things down there. Charles Roberts didn't fool anyone with the high steps there.
You know, and we have some fun, but Brandon Dyson made two crucial mistakes on that play. One for the holding, but then pushing his team even further back with the unnecessary roughness. And this was an offense that is right in field goal range going in at the half. And this is a matchup that right now Cameron Legault is winning.
No doubt about that. Legault has been around the quarterback tonight. And Dyson has been penalized a couple of times. And really, Glenn, that was a completed pass for Winnipeg to Stoddard.
Yes.
Definitely in field goal range. So with those penalties cost points.
With one chance possibly at the end zone before you kick the field goal. So that's a crucial error from Brandon Dyson. And he was hearing about it on the sideline from the coaching staff.
Last play. As Cameron goes down, Bombers head to the dressing room. Holding on to a 1-point advantage. Definitely an interesting night before a sellout in Winnipeg.
It's a defensive struggle, and I love it.
Wendy's Friday Night Football on TSN. Live at the half is brought to you by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the CFL.
Well, it's a tight one. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the CFL Live Studios. Dave Randorf, Eric Tillman, Matt Dunnigan, and Chris Schultz. The Blue Bombers, looking for their 9th straight win, will take a lead into the second half. A slim one, 7-6. Only one touchdown to talk about so far, guys. But, Matty, it was a TD that was set up by a key play by Robbie Gordon.
That's right. Robert Gordon coming up big, and this is what he means to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. You just don't have to look for Milt Stegall. Robert Gordon can go over the top. Eric Tillman called at the beginning of the game. He stretches the defense here. Kevin Pratt found this play for us. He's our rolling guy. Great shot here. About the only offensive play of any significance there in the first half. Telling you what, Robert Gordon sets it up, and what's he do the next play, Chris? He takes a quick slant, takes his man out of the area, blunts in for the score.
You know, Matty, if the Winnipeg Blue Bombers win this game, it's going to be a couple of plays that are very inconspicuous. You're not going to see them on any highlight package, but they're covering up for some mistakes and some possible big ones. Watch Jamie Stoddard on this play come out of nowhere and get this football. You've got about 2 or 3 BC Lions that have the same opportunity for the football. And now, Charles Roberts, you catch a football first with your feet by getting to it so you can bring it into your body. He misplayed it. At least he had enough resources to come in and get that football. Those 2 plays mean everything because BC couldn't capitalize and Winnipeg got the ball back.
Chris, and as you know, in games like this, close games like this, the kicking game is often the difference. Bob Cameron, 47 years old, yet in the first half, averaging 51.2 yards in the kicking game. Just unbelievable. The Bombers are up 7-6, but the Lions have to be saying, how much better can we play on defense? In the first 21 minutes, they held Winnipeg to 2 first downs.
Wow.
If BC keeps playing this kind of defense, All they need is a big play somewhere here or there, and they could win this one. It would be a huge win on the road for them.
You're right. Winnipeg really has only made the 2 plays, the pass to Gordon and the pass to Eric Blunt in the end zone, his 5th touchdown of the season, and Kahari Jones' league-leading 21st touchdown pass. More coming up next. All right, let's get you caught up on what's been going on between Calgary and Toronto. The Argos had a 23-0 lead, but cue the Calgary comeback. Travis Moore, 23-17. Then fourth quarter, Ben Sankey, or Swanky, as Matty Dunnigan likes to call him, into Marcel Richter. Yeah, he squeezed that one. It's now a 2-point ball game, but Jimmy Kent comes in off the bench, swings it out to Tyrone Brown. It's a 2-point ball game again, as Calgary got another touchdown out of Travis Moore. 33-31, 30 seconds to go. Toronto has the ball. It's kind of a timeout right now. Oh, no, it is now a final. Toronto wins it 33-31, just as we speak, Eric.
Just a huge win for the Argos. I mean, you can't say enough for this team. I mean, they lost to Montreal game. They could have won. They go to Edmonton. They lose another game. They could have won 2 games in 5 days. Lesser teams would have folded. For them to win, they're back in the race. The crossover in the West is still a possibility, Matty.
Well, E.T., I find it very interesting that Pinball said that Jimmy Kemp needed to find a way to finish. Well, he found a way to finish tonight, throwing the touchdown pass to Brown. Good on him. It looks good on Jimmy Kemp. I think he sparked his football team. He deserves that victory.
Well, and that highlight package was all offensive highlights, but what was the key to this game is Wayne Shaw picked up first pass off by Ben Sankey, ran it back for a touchdown. Then Alfred Payton showed some real veteran moves, taking the ball away from the quarterback, running it 80 yards back for a touchdown. This game was won on defense, guys, period.
Yeah, Calgary. Yeah, Calgary got a touchdown out of their defense as well. Joe Fleming ran one back well over 50 yards. And those who picked Toronto tonight put a check mark in their column. Hey, you want to go see a ball game? Here are the numbers to call in the East and the West. Hamilton, Toronto, Montreal, and Winnipeg. There you go in the East and the West. Check out all the games. Go see some live CFL action. The halftime numbers are brought to you by Dodge. Check out those rushing yards. BC dominating along the ground. And time of possession kind of even out there in the second quarter. Greg Musselman spoke with the Bombers head coach at the break.
Coach Dave Ritchie, you knew this would be a defensive battle, but you're a little upset right now.
Absolutely. They're taught to grab you by the shirt and pull you down. That's their technique. And we got officials out here that don't see everything, period.
Let's talk about the game itself. Good defensive battle. Your offense a little slow getting going, but you did a few good things there. Kahari with a big pass, especially to Robert Gordon.
Well, you know, we made 2 or 3 plays. They're playing great defense against us. We've got to match their defense and hope that we can get a score or 2 here now, because this is a very tight football game.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
The always intense Dave Ritchie. You know him pretty well from your days together in BC.
Yeah, you know, Dave, a lot of people don't understand this guy because they hear him scream on game day. They seem emotional at halftime. But I tell you what, football teams reflect the personality of the head coach. Dave is a take-no-prisoners kind of guy. That's why the Bombers have gone from last place to first place. I love his attitude. I love his fire. It's about winning, and he understands that.
He has been doing a lot of winning lately. 8 in a row, in fact, and this game is far from over, boys. We are set for what should be a very interesting second half. It is 7-6. The Pumpkinheads are definitely ready to go.
Yeah.
We hope you are, too. Third quarter action is coming right up from Winnipeg.
Fourth sellout of the season in Winnipeg. The Bombers have a 1-point advantage on the BC Lions. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football. Dave Ritchie has the lead, but he wasn't the happiest guy in the ballpark at halftime. Let's go to the other sideline and join Greg Musselman.
Lions head coach Steve Barato, we expected a defensive battle, and that's what we're getting tonight.
Well, the conditions, the winds makes it a little bit difficult. One team always seems to be trying to come off their own goal line. It's a long ways to go. Both teams are playing very well defensively, and we'd like to have caught a couple balls that we didn't catch, but it's the kind of game you expect between the Lions and the Bombers when both teams play good defense, and we're both kind of struggling offensively to get something done, but you have to give the guys on the other side of the ball the credit.
Darryl McDonald limped off at the end of the first half. What's his status? Is he going to play in the second half?
He won't play in the second half. He's strained his Achilles tendon, and the doctor said it'd be better if we rest it and not risk possibly having a thing go on him.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Good guy, very well spoken, heck of a golfer too.
Yeah, he always says when his golf game is struggling, that means that they're winning and he's spending more time at the office, and that's a good thing in some ways.
Had a chance to play with him at Angus Glen a couple of weeks ago. He was 81 with a 9. You want to figure out how good that might have been?
Oh, you guys are playing at Angus Glen. Someone's got some pull around there.
Well, he did a little tin cup thing. There was a water hole there on the backside, and he was pretty sure he could get it across. Great return going here to get the Bombers started in the second half, all the way to the 45, thanks to Marcus Howell, 41 yards.
Well, here's something, John, that's going to come into play for his BC Lions in this game tonight before it's over. The BC Lions' first play of the game was a big one. That was the coin toss. They won that. They deferred. They will now have the wind in the fourth quarter. So Kahari Jones has to get something going offensively with the wind as his back in this third quarter.
Kahari Jones near side. Nice move by Robert Gordon.
Was
a little backup maneuver there that had everyone fooled.
Well, it was a cheeky little Michael Jackson moonwalk is what it was. I'm not going to sing it, but watch this because I'll be fine. Here's the throw. Little moonwalk down the middle. That wasn't singing. That was singing. That was yelling.
Well, it wasn't good singing, we do know that. A hand to begin this half for the Bombers, and Kahari Jones has 2 in a row. Jamie Stoddard makes the catch there.
You know, don't be surprised to see Kahari Jones at some point in this quarter go into the hurry-up offense. Call it on the line because he needs to improve on the numbers that he put up in the first half. 120 yards passing for him, and it's even worse for Damon Allen. Good news for the BC Lions is they've got that running game going offensively.
Lions will have the win in the fourth quarter. Game of 7. This is 2nd and 3. Kahari Jones to the corner. Great catch. Robert Gordon again. Did he stay in?
Saying no catch, buddy.
Well, he made the catch, couldn't stay in.
That's right. And you know what? They were fighting for the football along the sidelines, and so Robert Gordon wasn't pushed out of bounds. Here comes the throw to the outside. Gordon makes the leap. Well, it's very close.
Interesting because he was in midair when he made the catch.
Donald Ruiz on the sideline. Now, if he's pushed out of bounds, it's up to the official to just make that decision on the spot.
His feet did not come down inbounds. Field goal try. Here's Troy Westwood. He's got it. Bombers making a 4-point advantage in the BC Lions. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football. Another full house in Winnipeg. Robert Gordon made another catch far side. It was ruled out of bounds.
We have the luxury of a couple of looks on the replay, but if Robert Gordon jumps in the air and comes down, and in the opinion of the officials would have landed inbounds, if not pushed out of bounds, and that is a catch.
And that's darn close to call, isn't it?
I mean, it is a very tough call to make in a split second on the sideline. Curry pushes him out of bounds. Very, very close call.
After the field goal, it's first down BC. It's Robert. Actually, Sean Millington, number 25. Troy Westwood has his 400th career field goal. Congratulations, Troy.
Well, he just put his hand up and said thank you. May need a few more before it's over, the way these defenses are playing right now.
Batted down.
Case in point.
Yeah, there's Lamar McGriggs again.
Second knockdown for Lamar McGriggs. He comes right through the gap, right here. You're going to see him get his hands up, knock that football down. Tom Europe was coming from the safety position on the blitz. That's why Damon Allen turned towards Lamar McGriggs to throw the football away from the blitz from Tom Europe. And Lamar McGriggs makes the play.
Matt Kellen is in, and the Lions have been worried about this guy, Charles Roberts. Kellen has tried to put a couple out of bounds, but he has to put this one straight up the field. So here's Roberts. Nifty move there, but there were Lions all around. Mike Moyer, number 1 in special teams tackles, number 19 for the Lions, leading the tacklers there.
Well, Montreal will play on Sunday versus the Hamilton Tiger Cats. We'll be at that game, and they are knocking on the door. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers in first place in the East Division after their win versus Montreal last week.
Argos win tonight. They're now 4-9. Kerwin Bell started. Jimmy Kemp in relief threw the winning touchdown tonight. It's hard to figure out the quarterback situation in Toronto, folks. The Stampeders lose another one. But a tough year for Calgary fans. Stamps are now 5-8-1. Technically tied 5-7-1.
Different story in the Western Division. You saw Toronto. They're still looking over here at Calgary, trying to figure out if they can catch Calgary and make the crossover. And now, I say Calgary, could be Edmonton. And, you know, BC's not out of the woods. It's a tight West Division right now.
We talked about it. Critical game for the Lions here tonight as they hope to finish in top spot in the West. Flags down. Kahari Jones released. And he has Bruce, Harlan Bruce III, across midfield to the BC 51-yard line.
There is a flag on the field. The Lions going with all-out blitz. Somehow Kahari Jones saw over the line of scrimmage. I don't know how he got it done.
Penalty looks like it's going against the Lions.
BC 91. Decline. First down, Winnipeg.
Herman Smith gets called on the outside. Look at everybody on the line of scrimmage for the BC Lions. I don't know how Kahari Jones could even see. Look at that wall of defenders that he has to look through to find Arlan Bruce III on that play. He did not have a throwing lane to get that one out of there, and he just has to kind of half jump and throw it over the pile. Well, David Benefield drives him to the ground.
Huge gain for Kahari Jones and the Bombers. Intercepted off the fingertips and right into Mike Fletcher's hands.
Good things happen to players that hustle. Mike Fletcher really had no business being all the way over there, and he comes up with a big play through sheer hustle.
4th interception of the year for Mike Fletcher. 1st and 10 BC when we return. First turnover of the night goes to linebacker Mike Fletcher. Tipped right into his hands.
Mike Fletcher's hidden in behind here. He has no business being all the way to the wide side of the field like that, but he hustles over there to get involved in the play somehow. Goes through the fingertips of Jamie Stoddard and right into Mike Fletcher's hands. His 4th interception on the season. That puts him top of the pack with Bo Lewis.
That hairdo is a statement, isn't it?
I'm not sure what the statement is saying, but I would agree with you.
So the Lions from just outside the 30. Nice play action fake by Damon Allen. Looks to throw, wide open target.
Unbelievable throw.
Seneca Holmes makes the reception.
Oh, he just makes this look so easy, and I guarantee you it's not. Roll full left this way, and as you're on the run, throw it back into the middle of the field across your body. I mean, he is the only quarterback I know of. Maybe Warren Moon could have done it, but there's not a whole bunch. Matt Dunnigan could do it. There's not a whole bunch in the history of the game that can do that.
23-yard gain on the connection from Damon Allen to Seneca Holmes. First down, Lions. A little high and outside, out of bounds.
I mean, Damon Allen makes it look so simple, and we showed it to you in slow motion, but just to get some perspective, take a look when you're going full speed, trying to throw this. full roll to your left, turn your body all the way back around, and strong arm it into the middle of the field. Wow.
Well, the numbers improving a little bit, but it was a very slow start for Damon Allen tonight. And flags are down here all over the place.
Brett Anderson was 2 snap counts ahead of the snap.
Well, and Brett Anderson is into the game with the injury to Darnell McDonald. Strained Achilles.
Illegal procedure.
I guess so.
BC 69. Be second down repeated.
So Wes White,
Wes White, well, he moved, but Brett Anderson was already in the Bombers secondary by the time Wes White moved.
It'll be 2nd and 15. Great night for a game in Winnipeg.
Remember, the Lions are into the wind now, so the longer they hang on to the football, the more advantage they have.
Pump fake. Oh! Catchable and dropped by Ryan Thelwell.
Ryan Thelwell has not made a catch yet tonight, and they need him to step up, especially with Darnell McDonald out of the football game. This is definitely a ball he should have caught. Working on Byron Capers now. Tom Urum's coming from the middle of the field, and he actually runs into Capers and gives Ryan Thelwell a clear shot at that ball.
Again, Capers is new on the corner.
You know, and it's a little surprising that they haven't tested Byron Capers on the corner a little bit more than they have tonight. That was a chance for Ryan Thelwell, and he let it slip through his fingers.
So the Lions will kick into the wind again. Here's Kellett. Not deep. Roberts dropped it. Lions get it right back. There's a no yards call, however, after a 29-yard punt. Well, or at least a flag down.
It was Mike Maurer in there. There's no yards, John, and then there's no inches.
Whoa.
No yards. BC 19. First down, Winnipeg.
That was a no inches.
So the Bombers retain possession.
Well, I'd be very surprised if we don't see Kahari Jones in the hurry-up offense with 8 minutes, 37 seconds left.
With
he has the win. Yeah.
Bombers begin at the Winnipeg 44. Complete far side. Robert Gordon.
Well, Robert Gordon's made a couple of catches tonight. Milt Stiegel has been very quiet. Usually Gordon has been playing the inside position. This time they put both Stiegel and Robert Gordon on the same side. You saw Stiegel run down the seam and Gordon stays on the sideline. Normally, 90% of the time they'll be on opposite sides of the offensive line.
One over here, one over here. Gordon picked up 9. This is 2nd and 1. And here's Eric Blunt. Room to the outside. Markers are down again. Blunt has plenty to spare for the first down. We'll have to check the infraction, though.
Holding. Winnipeg 34. Second down repeated.
That's the fullback, Brad Miller. Or Wade Miller. Brad Miller's the coach, right?
That's right. Not on this team.
No, I know.
Yeah, Wade Miller gets the holding call, and a costly one, because Eric Blunt had done a nice job on his own to get that first down. And as it stands, Kahari Jones is looking at 2nd and 11.
Well, Bombers are right there leading the way in number of yards penalized so far this season. 1,400, almost twice as many as the Lions at 778 coming into this game. 2nd and 11. Wide open. Jump ball. He's got it. Got his hands on it and then brought it down. It's Arlen Bruce III.
That ball took a long time to arrive to Arland Bruce III. There's a lot of air under this throw. It's about a 60-yard pass to the wide side of the field from the far hash mark. And Eric Carter was there before the ball arrived.
He hammered that in the air like a piñata and then caught it coming down.
The piñata stayed intact in Arland Bruce's hands. Tremendous concentration to stick with it for Bruce, though. He didn't give up on the play.
Huge gain for the Bombers. Set up at the 35 after 32 yards there. Kahari Jones has Stiegel. Stiegel looks to the end zone. Can't get there, but he's inside the 10.
Toya Jones got locked into Kahari Jones, number 27, and didn't step out and go and try and help out on the coverage on Milt Stiegel. Stiegel's going to break out. He is not Curtis Anderson's man. He's going to drop him. See, Curtis Anderson has the short zone, and he's thinking he's going to get help in behind him from Tyrone Bell. He doesn't get it. And Toya Jones on the line of scrimmage.
Just the second catch of the night for Stiegel. 27 yards there. 32 on the previous reception by Bruce, and the Bombers are set up first and goal to go. Inside the 10, too far for Stiegel.
Both Robert Gordon and Milt Stiegel ended up in the same spot on the field. An indication that a mistake was made by one of them. Now, sometimes coverage will take you together. In other words, if you're being jammed, especially down on the goal line, you get pushed out of your passing lane. But you don't want two receivers standing side by side, because then one defensive back can cover them.
Second and goal. Bombers are at the BC 8. Here they come. Touchdown! Milt Stiegel. Third catch of the night, goes for 6.
The BC Lions, they showed their poker hand. Everybody up on the line of scrimmage, only Barron Simpson dropping out of there. Kahari Jones knows he has one-on-one across the board. The one-on-one matchup he goes to is Milt Stiegel on Toya Jones.
Touchdown number 10 for Milt Stiegel. Touchdown toss number 21 for this guy, Kahari Jones. He's on top in the battle with his old roommate.
Let me know. That's why I went over the top of him that time, because they were expecting me to go.
Third catch.
Well, let's show you what he just described. A little stutter step to the inside and then gets up on top of Toya Jones. Just like you mentioned, last time I went inside, this time I made a little step in there and went up on top of him, and this is the result.
Again, the Breeze takes the ball off the tee for Westwood. We'll wait a second or two more. 10th touchdown of the year is mentioned for Stiegel. 2 catches on the drive, this one for 6. Umpire Ian Bain had a great view of that. Sir Parker returning for BC. Took a pretty good hit from Brian Clark, number 48. And that slowed the return near the 20-yard line. Nice drive. 6 plays and a couple of big ones to cover 66 yards.
Well, Stiegel got the touchdown, but Arland Bruce with concentration after that ball was knocked up in the air from Eric Carter. The long throw from Kahari Jones to the sideline. Carter sets it. Arland Bruce III spikes it. No, he caught it. Exactly. That's what he did. That's putting your best foot forward.
Amazing feats that people go to get on television. About 3 yards.
Well, this is a very important drive for Damon Allen right now. If he can get a drive together, get some field position back, take some of the wind out of the sails of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who now seem to have their offense rolling a little bit.
And the defense as well. Nice play there by Ryland Wickman.
Yeah, and then he gets the wind in the fourth quarter. I'm talking about Damon Allen. So now you have a crucial drive for the BC Lions facing you.
4:17 left in the third quarter. Damon Allen escapes, but not for long. Clark again. Back-to-back. Brian Clark tackles.
Oh, they're just so solid. They are just so solid defensively. Rarely make any mistakes. There's Clark on the outside. He's just going to be patient with the run of Damon Allen. He's there to spy Allen. In other words, don't get caught up there in the mix. If you stay off the line of scrimmage, just watch where he goes with the football. If he takes off to run, then it's your job to run him down, and that's exactly what Brian Clark gets done.
So Matt Kellett again from deep in his zone, this time inside the 10. And Charles Roberts waits. Watch these. They're going up high and then just drifting back. It's only out near midfield. There's a flag down back in the Lions' backfield. Bo Lewis leading the tacklers.
I'm with Mo Elowanivi, injured offensive lineman with the Bombers, hopes to be back with a back injury next week. The offense starting slow, Mo, but the defense held in, and now the offense seemed to have picked up where they left off last week against Montreal.
Well, you know, they play such a complex defense. You know, they load everybody on the line. You don't know whether they're all coming or some of them are going back. And it really makes the reads quite important for the quarterback. He has to hit the right receivers at the right time. And a couple of times, you know, Kahari's passes were off the mark. You know, he's getting lots of time. He's started making the right decisions, and this is what happens.
You know, it seems this team, once you get some momentum and the crowd gets into it, it's very difficult to stop.
Well, I think the difference for us this year is all aspects of our game, or everybody's defense, special teams. You know, they're all stepping up to the line, and I think that makes, you know, it holds up for one side. And the defense has really played well for us this year, giving the offense a chance to catch up.
Thanks, Mo.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Mo Elowanivi. Replaced by the only guy in the Bombers with a longer name, Mike Abumetric.
I'd like to buy a vowel, Alex. There's a bunch of them between the two of them.
Elowanivi has a few more. Holding against the Lions. The Bombers say kick it again, so Kellett is in his end zone. And Winnipeg will get even better field position this time. Another penalty marker goes down. 28 yards the punt. Sean Millington led the tacklers to Charles Roberts.
Steve Barato needs to get out of this quarter.
Yeah, he's got 3:27 to go, and the Bombers have great field position.
2 yards. BC 19. First down, Winnipeg.
Second time they've been caught for that in the second half.
Well, this is back-to-back games for Steve Barato that he's had to battle with the wind. Both times he had the wind in the fourth quarter in Saskatchewan. He won the game because he had the wind in the fourth with a field goal. But now he's got a hot Winnipeg Blue Bomber offense in tremendous field position. They can't get out of this hole.
Bombers already with an 11-point lead as it stands right now. 17-6 on Wendy's Friday Night Football. Look what's happened to the Lions. The Bombers begin at the 25. Kahari Jones in trouble. Herman Smith was there for his 7th sack of the year.
Yeah, Herman Smith cleans up. David Benefield with some speed off the edge makes it happen. He was working on Dave Mudge coming right off the corner. And you're going to see him flash right by Kahari Jones. He steps up, and when he steps up, he steps into the arms of Herman Smith. It's team defense off the edges for the BC Lions between Benefield and Smith. 7th sack on the season.
Winnipeg not up there. Here it is now, 2nd and 15. The blitz is on. Jones complete. Great play by Kahari Jones to find Harlan Bruce III.
David Benefield makes a crucial mistake on the play because he comes up the field here and gets too short. His angle is shallow, and look at Kahari Jones bump outside of it. Look at all of David Benefield's friends. There are 4 or 5 defensive linemen from the inside chasing. If Kahari Jones has nowhere to run, he gets hit in the back by Toya Jones. but Benefield lost contained to the field, and when he does, Kahari Jones can throw that ball outside.
Inches to go for another Blue Bomber first down. Slow start for Kahari Jones. First half, he's really put it together here in the second.
Kahari Jones did it on his own. David Benefield was not blocked on that play. And Jones just beat him with his legs to the outside. He's got inches for that first down.
Less than a yard to go. They'll get it. And this Bomber drive will continue. Eric Blunt, the ball carrier. That was Mike Fletcher firing him to the ground as he danced around in celebration.
Well, where the pressure was on Damon Allen in the offense for the Lions, it's now on this defense. They just have 141 to try and get out of. Watch David Benefield crash down here on that running play. Blunt thought he was still up and on top of that pile, so he kept running, and that's when Fletcher decides to throw him to the ground. Gary Etcheverry's pressure, now the pressure's squarely on his defense.
First and 10. Kahari Jones won't get it away. Cameron Legault, second sack for him tonight.
What a game he is having. Cameron Legault is right here in front of Mike Fletcher. Look at the move up the field. Keeps separation on Brett McNeil. When I say keep separation, it means he's got his hands on Brett McNeil and keeps Brett McNeil from getting his hands underneath. And when he does, he can push off and get to the outside.
Third sack for the Lions tonight. Kahari Jones. Second and long. Target open. Not complete.
Guess who was on Kahari Jones one more time?
Well, he was rushed getting the throwaway. Cedric Curry was in the neighborhood of the receiver.
So was Cameron Legault. Wait. Legault.
There's one.
Still Legault.
There's two.
Legault won't go away, will he?
Herman Smith got one, too. Westwood has the field goal. And the Bombers have a 20-6 lead. It's Wendy's Friday Night Football, and Bomber fans are smiling. Dave Ritchie's Blue Bombers have a 20-6 lead. This will be the final play of the third quarter. And the Lions will get the win after that to try and catch up.
Wendy's Friday Night Football at the quarter.
Well, the Bombers took a 1-point lead at the half. It's now a 14-point lead. They outscored BC 13-0 in that second quarter. And after kind of a slow start for Kahari Jones and that Bomber offense, little patience, ET, and number 17 has started to establish himself in this ballgame.
Yeah, well, once again, he's utilizing all his weapons. This is a very talented quarterback. He can hurt you with his arms. He can hurt you with his legs. We saw in this quarter, you see a situation here where David Benefield gets caught inside. When you're the edge guy and it's a game of angles, you have to take the outside shoulder, not the inside shoulder. A big play. Luckily for them, they held them to a field goal.
And you know what? What I like, I want to show you what I think is the play of the game, and that's Arline Bruce's reception over his shoulder. Great effort play, a great concentration play. You talk about the quarterbacks in this league. Sometimes the quarterback makes the play, sometimes the receiver makes the play, and he knows he is going to get smacked when his head is right in the air looking up for that football right now. That takes concentration, takes faith in your ability to catch the ball. That's the play of the game.
Oh, nice rolling by you. Nice rolling by you. Kevin Pratt doing his job. I'll tell you what, I don't have any roll-ins, but let me talk about Winnipeg taking advantage and knowing how to take advantage of the wind at their back in that third quarter. They put up serious points and got a nice lead. Winnipeg's noted for doing that. Troy Westwood's good on 2 of 2 field goals, and Bob Cameron continued to punt the ball well. Combine that with Charles Roberts and his returns. Winnipeg at its finest in their own home park, knowing how to play that wind.
That's right, but now they'll have it against them. The Lions will have it. It'll be very interesting to see what they can do with that. There was one other game being played tonight in the CFL at Sky Dome, and the Toronto Argonauts get a 2-point victory over the Calgary Stampeders, 33-31. They had to hang on to do it, but they got it done. John and Glenn.
Well, ready for the 4th and final quarter. Winnipeg tonight. Slow start, a 1-point game at halftime, 13 unanswered by the Bombers in the third quarter.
They have the 14-point lead, but now the BC Lions have the win. Will it be enough?
Well, Damon Allen needs 2 touchdowns to get even. From the shotgun. Nice defensive play by Jerand Bolden.
Throwing a late flag deep back here in the secondary.
Not on Bolden, I don't imagine.
Well, the coverage looks solid from Jerand Bolden on Brett Anderson. Reached around. Did he grab the jersey with his offhand?
Well, he's clapping, so the penalty is likely not against him.
Forward pass interference. Winnipeg 21. First down, BC.
Whoa. Well, he was clapping like it was a bad call. It was a sarcastic clap, I believe.
How do you read those? I've never been able to read sarcastic claps.
Oh, it takes a while. I had a few of them in my day.
Numbers through 3 quarters. First downs are even. Jones 137 yards passing in the third quarter. That's the difference in the ballgame. 13 points, Winnipeg.
He had the win there. Now Damon Allen has the win. Can he add to that 81 yards?
First and 10 Lions. Sean Millington out across the 50. Another look at the penalty.
Well, this is what generated the sarcastic clap from Jerand Bolden. Brett Anderson coming across the middle. Jerand Bolden, number 21, will come from the left of your screen, and there he is. Oh, I don't know. That looked pretty clean to me. The umpire way at the back, or the official way at the back, is the guy who called it in the secondary, about 30 yards away.
Gain of 3 for BC. This is 2nd and 7. Every sequence important for the Lions now, trying to erase a 2-touchdown lead. And a collision down there, plus another flag near the 50.
Byron Capers was on his way to the house. Working on Ryan Thelwell. He read this one and jumped it.
Illegal formation. BC no end. Penalty is declined. Third down.
It was interesting in the paper this week. Byron Capers, after being called to come over and replace Marvin Coleman in an injury situation for Winnipeg, he said, you know, being on a practice roster is kind of like this. There's a whole bunch of superheroes on the roster, and then they've kept Superman on the practice roster. And, I mean, you got to have confidence to play on the corner. Well, that's confidence.
I'd say so. 8th punt in a row for the Lions offensively. They have really struggled. Matt Kellett has a breeze. But Charles Roberts has outstanding speed. Not this time, however. Tracked down by Derek Lewis. A 1-yard loss on the return. The punt goes 42 yards. 1st and 10 Winnipeg when we return. Looking back on tonight's hit parade.
You know when you're a kid and you go out in the sandlot to play football and you always want to be the quarterback? All those kids out there might want to rethink that. They get their name in the paper, but sometimes get little bumps and bruises along with it.
Bombers beginning with a first down at the 15. Eric Blunt, maybe a yard.
Well, now the Bomber running game becomes very important. They're into the wind. Tougher to throw the football, and they got to look to Eric Blunt to carry the mail. Troy Mills not dressed and on the roster. Eric Blunt did it through the air in the first half, and that's when Winnipeg had the wind at their backs. Now they're facing it, and they'll need him to run the football successfully if they want to hold on to this win.
Bombers 5-1 at home, and the 4th sellout of the season is watching things in Winnipeg here tonight. Nice move by Blunt after making the catch, but he comes up short of the first down. And the Lions will get it back in a hurry.
Now the veteran, Bob Cameron, has the pressure on his shoulders. We saw Matt Kellett struggle with the punting coming into the wind. Bob Cameron worked on it in warm-up entirely against the wind. He never kicked one ball in warm-up with the wind.
Sir Parker is deep for Cameron's kick. Cameron is inside the 10, steps across that to get this away. Got a bad roll. And the Lions will come away with great field position as a result. Thelwell picked it up. And BC will start inside the Winnipeg 35. Just an 18-yard punt for Cameron, not what we were expecting. This Sunday, 2 adventure teams continue their search along the Trent Severn Waterway for $60,000 worth of buried treasure. Don't miss an all-new episode of the all-Canadian reality program, Drifters, The Water Wars. Got a time for me?
9 p.m. Eastern.
On the Outdoor Life Network. You just remember the times for all those things, and we'll get along fine.
6 p.m. in the West. I got the times. I'm in charge of time.
You got time and temperature. Okay. On the exchange, the Lions come out at the 35. Thelwell can't make the catch, but a flag goes down. Harold Nash was covering on Ryan Thelwell.
Well, Harold Nash didn't look back to the football when it was in the air.
Forward pass interference. Winnipeg 0-0 is down.
Now, once Ryan Thelwell juggles that ball, Harold Nash has a chance at it and is allowed to go after it, but he never looks back when the ball's in the air, and he gives Thelwell a little push in the chest. When they're battling for the ball there's not a penalty. It was a push just before that battle.
And a little screening there, too?
Well, that's why. He didn't look back to the football.
That's right, yeah. So the Lions are set up inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. Whoa! Drummond bobbled it, but gets about 3.
Remember, John, I mentioned it earlier. Week 3 in the loss to Montreal, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers defensively came up with a goal line stand. That's when they really felt, as a team, they came together defensively. They felt they established themselves on that goal line stand. This is a crucial one more time.
From the 2. 2nd and goal. Lions get there. Touchdown, Robert Drummond.
John, it looked to me like Robert Drummond hesitated. He wasn't sure whether or not he should try and dive over the pile or wait for a hole to open up. And you see him come this way. Watch when he steps up in there. He looks like he's going to jump, puts his head down, and then the hole opens up to the outside, and he just falls into the end zone.
Kellett closes the gap a little bit more. Drummond has the touchdown, his 9th of the season. It's a 1-touchdown ball game. Robert Drummond closing in on 100 yards rushing tonight.
Well, Ryan Thelwell does not have a catch tonight, but this counts just as much. Pass interference on Harold Nash. This sets up the touchdown by Drummond, and here at TSN, we try and get you as close to the action as we possibly can. And you're not going to get much closer than that, ladies and gentlemen.
Umpire Ian Bain Wearing a camera on his peak temple. Charles Roberts, sensational return.
Oh, that's big.
No wonder this guy scares Steve Barano.
That's big, though. That gives the Bombers field position with the wind in their face. Instant field position. They're going to make the Lions, even if they turn the ball over or give it back to them on downs, they're going to make the Lions drive the length of the field.
Kellett, the kicker, got over to help with the tackle, but the return was 31 yards.
Football is a game of real estate. Who can eat up the most real estate wins?
Bombers begin at the 50. To Harry Jones is Jamie Stoddard, and he's got the 55-yard line.
Harry Jones putting together a pretty good night. Looking to the sideline for some help. Rick Warman, the offensive coordinator, will usually spend the first half up in the booth and then spend the second half down on the sideline, helping out Kahari Jones in this play call right here.
Jones leads the CFL in pass percentage and touchdowns. He had 20 coming into this one tonight. Looks one way, then the other, and overthrew the target. There was a chance for Warner Herndon, the safety, but he slipped trying to get to the ball.
Well, Bob Cameron did not get away a very good punt on the last Winnipeg punt. He did have pressure up the middle, and I'm sure he went and talked to that protection team, and he's saying that right now in the huddle. Guys, give me some time to punt the football, and I'll put our defense in a decent position.
Bob Cameron's last punt was an embarrassment for him. No flags. Lions will begin just inside the 30 on the return by Mike Fletcher. One touchdown separating two teams on Wendy's Friday Night Football. Boy, it's been a long road trip for the BC Lions. They haven't played at home in a month. Games in Montreal, Toronto, Regina, and tonight here in Winnipeg. But they will be home next Saturday night, October 6th, against the Argonauts.
I'll go check them out, because when they had that game postponed to November 6th, the players got paid. The owner did not.
So David is a little short of cash, so they're going to help him out. The Lions will be home next Saturday night. We'll be there on TSN. Damon Allen at his best. Here's the game story brought to you by Sport Check.
Kahari Jones, couple of touchdown passes with the wind at his back. Now, will it be enough to hold on? Milt Stegall had one of those touchdowns. The Lions are moving the ball along the ground, although right now, with the wind and 9 minutes left in this game, we're going to see it through the air.
SportCheck.ca, Canada's choice for sporting goods.
Wind, a big factor in this game.
Well, it is Winnipeg. And I can say that because it's my hometown.
That's right. And that was John Wells who said that, for the record.
Allen has Anderson. And Brett Anderson will have a critical first down for BC.
Brian Clark had a chance at the football, and Tom Europe put a nice hit on Brett Anderson. And it has been physical tonight. Rylan Wickman involved, that linebacking core for Winnipeg flying around. That was a play ago. Damon Allen to the outside.
He was the bug.
Not the windshield?
No, he got hammered. First and 10, Lions out at the 47. BC trails by a touchdown. Allen behind his intended target on the far side. Brett Anderson. Anderson into the game with an injury sustained in the first half. A strained Achilles to Darnell McDonald, who was the starting slot back on that side.
Well, the only good news about that for Lions fans is that Darnell McDonald, it's strained, not torn. So that's the good news. This is a precautionary measure to keep him on the sideline so that he doesn't tear it in this game. We'll take a look at it during the week.
One receiver fell, intercepted. Picked up by Byron Capers.
Superman.
Played for the Lions a couple of weeks ago, if memory serves me correctly. Started the season in Toronto. This is not good, though. That's Jerand Bolden shaken up and down on the field. Last week, the Bombers lost cornerbacks Marvin Coleman and Raphael Ball
in back-to-back plays.
And Bolden is definitely the best player in the Bombers secondary. He's been outstanding. There's a collision down here. Bolden might have run into one of his own players, might have been bumped by Capers there.
Well, Byron Capers is doing his thing. And you look at the difference in this defense between this year and last year at this time. They've improved in every major category by a bunch. 147 points different this year than last. And Dave Ritchie taking a hands-on approach in the defense has helped out, no question. And there's been some personnel changes. Doug Brown has helped. Lamar McGriggs. Jerand Bolden is playing well in the secondary and has all season long.
Bolden got off under his own steam. So they've got Charles Roberts in the backfield, and there's not much room for Roberts there, number 1.
You know, Byron Capers on that side of the football field is on Damon Allen's left, and it's been a struggle for Damon Allen over there. He's 1 of 8 and 1 interception throwing to his left side, and that's where Byron Capers has been lining up. So he's doing his job, and this is his interception right here.
Well, Capers is not a rookie, but he is not accustomed to playing the corner. That was the first turnover by the Lions. So it's even in that department. 7:02 to go. And it's the Bombers by 7. Winnipeg second down. Almost 10 to go. Complete. It'll be a Bomber first down. Andre Arlane.
Just
first catch of the night.
Just his second catch of the season, John, but it's a big one. Andre Arlane came over from the Calgary Stampeders because he wanted some more playing time, and when he arrived here in Winnipeg, he realized the competition was a little tougher than he may have first expected. With Marcus Howell, Jamie Stoddard, Milt Stegall.
Yeah, there's some two good ones in there, isn't there?
Arlen Bruce.
Great targets for Kahari Jones, who throws on first down. Looking deep. And, yes, I was expecting that. Arlane draws the flag now on Derek Lewis.
They're fighting for the football. They were both in a battle there to come back. The ball was underthrown, or at least the wind knocked the football down. Just to the left of your screen, it's right up here at the top.
Forward pass interference.
And you can see the battle
BC
that's going
17.
on.
First down.
So I take it you're sticking up for the DB again.
No, I'm not. Bo Lewis won the battle in the fight for the football because it was incomplete, but he lost the war because the officials came in and overruled.
You didn't like the call, or you did?
I like the call. He pulled him down.
Just looking for clarification, pal.
I do my best, buddy.
First and 10. Bombers threatening at the Lions 18 after the call. Snap was high, a little shovel pass, one-handed by Charles Roberts. He's down to the 10. Cameron Legault finally stopped him. This guy is exciting every time he touches the ball. Number 1 for the Blue Bombers, Charles Roberts.
And win or lose, Cameron Legault is having himself a night, because that's tough to run down Charles Roberts. 255 versus... And it says 171 on Roberts in the program.
Yeah, I don't think that's true, Glenn.
That might be a bit of a stretch.
5'6", 171? No, I don't think so. Kahari Jones looks to the end zone. Couldn't get his man. Looking for Robert Gordon. He turned, but he couldn't squeeze it.
Curtis Anderson just took a peek back to the football, and it was enough so that he didn't draw the flag. He's going to be to the left of your screen. Number 23, watch the peek right. Oh, it was just prior to that part of the play. He took a peek back to the line of scrimmage, and when he did, he avoided the penalty call. just got his right hand in there to knock it out.
So the Bombers will have to settle for 3. Short little shot here from Troy Westwood. He's got it.
Big 3.
For the Lions, it's better than the 7. It's a 10-point game here in Winnipeg. Winning 8 in a row in the CFL is really some kind of a feat. The Bombers are 5 minutes away from making it 9 straight, which is really pretty unbelievable considering where they came from last year.
Back in week 4, they lost to Hamilton and then went Saskatchewan, Toronto, Hamilton, Montreal, Saskatchewan, Hamilton, Edmonton, Montreal. 2 wins versus Montreal in that run.
1 year ago, the Bombers came into this week 3 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie. 10-2 is the standing right now. Best starts in 61. Sold out again here. And we talked about 8 straight, looking to make it 9. Over 20,000 tickets sold for the Bombers' next home game.
I think the phone will be ringing a little bit. They hang on and win this one. Well, either way, it will be.
It's been a pretty intense ball game. Sir Parker spun away and actually lost yards when the Bombers finally surrounded him. Dave Donaldson, one of the tacklers in there. 50-yard kick, 6 yards on the return.
Now Damon Allen has to score twice.
Needs 10 points just to get even. Ivor Wynn in Hamilton, place to be Sunday afternoon. We'll be there. So will the Alouettes against the Tiger Cats. Wendy's CFL Live. What time's the kickoff?
Oh, man, I'm the time guy. Hang on a second. It's 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. Oh, I went to my book. It was right there on the screen.
Just read along.
Okay.
John Millington makes the catch and turns it nearly into a first down. Anyway, positive yardage for the Lions as they need to drive twice to score. 10 points to tie. Couple of touchdowns, wins it if the Bombers don't respond.
Well, back-to-back subpar outings for Damon Allen. Think back to Saskatchewan. Still has a chance to bring his team back.
Low snap. Allen got it and got it away. Robert Drummond has the first down.
And so far in 2 games back, his hand is hanging in there. Because it has a bunch of titanium in it. There it is right there. That's the plate. And then there's a couple of screws, as you can see on the other finger. And there's the star. And that plate is right about here, and the screws are over here. So it's hanging in there so far.
Lions have a first down and 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the clock here at Winnipeg. Open is Thelwell. Brown got through and put the final pressure on Damon Allen, who's on the turf again. He overthrew Ryan Thelwell.
And sometimes when the wind is at your back, it can cause that ball to sail a little bit, and I think that's what happens. And of course, it's a little tougher to make the throw when Doug Brown is right in front of you.
Ryan Thelwell has not had a good night. Dropped one earlier in a critical situation.
Jerron Bolden comes back in after being injured to cover Ryan Thelwell. Thelwell got in behind him, but it was overthrown.
Montana catch, and it'll be a first down for the Lions. Denny Montana.
Timing throw from Damon Allen. That ball was out of his hands before Montana had turned out of that break. Right now, Montana is still going down the field. He still is. Now he breaks out to the outside, and the ball arrives at that moment. Watch this ball. It's in the air right now. Turns around. There it is. You just can't cover that.
Almost indefensible.
It really is.
Denny Montana to the near side. Has the first down. Allen has another one. Same side of the field. Seneca Holmes.
Seneca Holmes was the guy with the out pattern this time.
3 minutes to go. The Lions are on a march, but they only have A little time left to score twice. They trail by 10. Here's what Glenn Sutter told you to watch tonight.
Well, the Lions are behind now because they didn't go after the corners. The young corners for Winnipeg, 0 catches. Who's the best? Stay tuned.
And the Bombers have done well against the blitz. Allen ducks under, has Montana. He has the touchdown. Denny Montana in behind the Bomber coverage. And the Lions are still alive with 2:48 to go.
Damon Allen bought just enough time to allow Denny Montana to get in behind everybody, and the ball was on the money. But maybe more importantly is that the Lions not only scored the major, but they did it in a hurry. With 2:48 left, they can still kick off deep after the single point.
(23-19) now.
John, by
23-20, I should say, the convert added.
With throwing that deep ball to Montana for the major, it takes one play and very little time on the clock, as you can see how far in behind everybody. And there is those young corners, and that's why we said stay tuned. Nate Riles gets caught on the inside move. Montana in behind him, but it happened quickly. So now the Lions can kick off and kick the ball deep. Watch Allen step up in the pocket right here. Seppo O'Reilly goes by him. Drummond hanging on to his block there.
That was a great move by Allen to get it away. And perfect timing for Denny Montana's first touchdown of the season, because the Lions still have a chance.
Well, basically right now, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers almost have to put their hands team in. In other words, it's a team you don't use very much in case, and you're defending against the onside kick. So they'll do that. The BC Lions, though, still have lots of time to kick the ball deep. You can see all these guys up here for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They've got to defend against the onside, but the Lions don't have to kick it. See, they'll kick it deep.
Anderson hammers it deep. And it's over the head of Charles Roberts into the end zone. Critical point here. Roberts tries to get out. Can't quite make it.
Oh, no. See, that's a big point.
That means
a field goal now wins it.
A field goal can win it for the Lions, and they have the wind at this stage of things.
That's huge, and that's just Charles Roberts misjudging the football and the wind. The ball bounces over his head, then he mishandles it in the first try, and now he's deep.
Well, he had to try and run it out, don't you think?
Well, he had to get it out. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers will get the football with decent field position, 35-yard line. However, now, with the wind at their back, the Lions, with a field goal, win the football game rather than tie it. And it is a strong win.
Really hasn't died down, has it? First and 10, Blue Bombers clinging to a 2-point lead at 23-21.
Oh, what a play action.
Great fake by Kahari Jones. Can't get to the first down, but a good run nonetheless.
David Benefield looked like a wide-mouthed bass at their favorite fishing hole. It was like the little cast from Kahari Jones, and he went, bam, got him right off the bat.
Solid third quarter for the Blue Bombers.
After that, they had a 14-point lead, and the question was, will it be enough? It's down to 2.
Well, wind, right?
Yeah.
Simple deal. Blunt can't get the first down, so the Lions defense holds. Legault is there again.
Oh, he is.
Celebrating.
You know, we have a little football to be played this weekend, but there's a candidate for player of the week, if you ask me. I mean, he has had a game right in front of you. 95 is in the backfield. Cameron Legault.
Well, the Bombers thought about what they might do on third and a long yard. They're going to have to give the ball back. And there's too much time to feel comfortable if you're a Blue Bomber fan sitting in the stands here tonight.
Well, there's still a lot of football to be played in the season, but Cameron Legault is making an argument for nomination for Outstanding Canadian, and the play that he's put together tonight is frustrating Dave Ritchie.
Cameron kicking into the wind again. And in spite of his experience, he got one away that only traveled 19 yards earlier tonight. This is not deep, but much better. Hawking leads the tacklers for the Bombers. There's no return after a 32-yard punt. This place is alive, 29,000 plus. Here's Sean Millington, first down BC.
Boy,
and Millington grabs 7.
And that's when the crowd gets into it and become the 13th player for the Bombers.
Winnipeg 5-1 on home turf this season. 4th sellout here tonight.
When Damon Allen came out over the ball, they were very vocal, and it makes it very difficult for the quarterback to audible at the line of scrimmage or change the play.
Brian Clark, the injured Blue Bomber, number 48. Been some big hits in this one tonight.
Yeah, a lot of big hits in this game.
A lot riding on the game, really, when you look at the BC Lions story. They're trying to finish first in the West, and it's really pretty critical when you look at what has been added to the BC schedule at the end of the season. That game that was canceled is going to be added after the regular season is complete, November 6th. If the Lions are in first place, Glenn, not a big deal.
Yeah.
They get some time off to rest and have a home date in the playoffs.
And if it doesn't mean anything as far as the playoff picture goes, they can play a lot of backups. They can play their backup quarterback, Tony Corbin, a little bit and not risk the injuries to their starters, but they do get that 10-day rest.
Yeah. However, if in fact they're in a semifinal game on the road in the West, that's not enough time to get ready for a playoff game. November 6th is about 4 days away from the semifinal matches.
Well, there is plenty of time for Damon Allen. Remember, he needs field goal to win.
And he has the wind at his back.
Field goal position for Matt Kellett with the wind at his back would be probably around the 50-yard line. Winnipeg's 50.
You can guess what the delay was there. Steve Barretto wanted a couple of seconds added to the clock. John Millington has the first down for the BC Lions.
Well, it's been a battle between the teacher and the student, Damon Allen and Kahari Jones, and there's the pupil.
There he is. Now, I don't know who bought dinner last night, but we were in a restaurant, and those two quarterbacks, ex-roommates, were having dinner together, so they're good old friends. Look at Millington again, and this is when Sean Millington really loves to shine, isn't it?
Well, they're good old friends, and I'm not sure who paid for dinner either, but here's my question.
Damon should have paid because he makes more cash.
Yeah, I would think so, but probably not for long. You know what? Here's the deal, though. They're going out for dinner, the opposing team's quarterbacks. Now, what are they talking about? Certainly not the game plan. You know, so how you doing?
Yeah.
Good.
How you doing?
Good. All right. I'll have the chicken.
Likely talked about the Montreal game or something. On second down and a yard to go. No. Another BC conversion with 1:23 to go. So this one is slipping away from the graduate, Kahari Jones.
And both quarterbacks, they love this position. Kahari Jones is envious of the teacher right now because he has the ball in his hands with a chance to win the game, and that's what the quarterbacks always want.
Yeah, but you know who had the ball in his hands with a chance to win last week in Montreal? It was Kahari Jones, and it was the drive they're still talking about in Winnipeg to win it over the Alouettes. Here's Millington escaping once more. Should have been stopped before he picked up close to 7 yards.
Sean Millington is chewing up some very important real estate right now against the league's #1 defense against the run heading in.
The drive last week, 14 plays, 78 yards to set up an 8-yard field goal for the win. Millington had a good week last week as well.
Close to a 6-yard average.
And the numbers for both BC running backs are coming up substantially in the mid-range of this season. How did he get away that time? close to a first down, but he hasn't got it yet.
Well, how close is he? Because this will be a tough decision if, in fact, they're short of the first down for Steve Barato. You're definitely in field goal range for the winning points. They're going to measure it.
Now, Matt Kellett kicked the game-winning field goal in the dying seconds in Regina, but he struggled earlier in the game.
He sure did. He missed 4 field goals in that game. Now he made 2, and he made the one that he needed to win the football game.
And a couple of the kicks were pretty ugly.
But you got to wonder. They're half a foot short here right now for a first down. Does Steve Barato go get that first down and gamble, or does he put Matt Kellett on the field?
Well,
and how much did last week affect his decision right here?
Well, he's going for it, and I think it's the right call. You've got the quarterback with the greatest numbers in the history of the CFL standing behind the center, or you got a kicker who's a bit of a rookie, and Allen bobbled it, but still got the first down.
Well, he looked like he dropped that football and maybe got it off the bounce. And this is always the concern when you gamble.
Or the offside possibility.
Get up close look here. He went down low and in a hurry to pick up that football, and as he was doing it, he kept those feet moving. And they're going to measure again.
I think he got the first down. But then again, crucial time like this, it depends on where the ball was spotted.
Got it. Length of the football. You know, and what that will do now is allow Steve Barato to move the ball in a little bit closer field position, but take that 30 seconds off the clock so Kahari Jones doesn't get another chance with the football.
Matt Kellett is waiting for his chance to win another one. The Bombers have a 2-point lead. BC has the ball, and Allen goes down.
And there's going to be a late hit. There's going to be a late hit on the Bombers on Damon Allen, and he is not happy about it.
Was that Brown again? Brown was in the area.
Brown was around there. I don't think it was, though, John. I thought it was Rylan Wickman.
I think you got it.
Damon Allen was trying to get to the other hash. Matt Kellett probably told him he wants it on the right hash, and there's Wickman on
Major
top.
foul. Unnecessary roughness piling on. Winnipeg 97, first down.
Now that's the right call. Dave Ritchie,
because it was Brown on top of it. Wickman landed on top of Brown.
It was piling on, no. It was piling on from Wickman, and I think it's the right call. Obviously, Dave Ritchie upset. Let's take one more look. Damon Allen goes down in the backfield. You can tell he's going down. He's down right there. And then here comes Rylan Wickman. Doug Brown was already
2 Bombers on top of him. 11 seconds on the clock. As you would expect, Dave Ritchie hates the call. But they're going to kick it with 11 seconds to go from the 30-yard line.
In case they bobble it, they get another chance.
Kicking on first down, 11 seconds to go. He's wide. He missed the darn thing. 7 seconds left, and the Bombers hang on. Matt Kellett misses from 30 yards.
John David Rivers is the holder, the third-string quarterback. I don't think he ever got that football on the tee. The snap is low. He juggled it, and I don't think he got it on the tee. If he did, his hands were still over the football. You're going to get a good look at it. Watch the snap. The snap is down low. He misses the tee, and his hand is still on the back of the football. He does not give Matt Kellett a target.
Damon Allen gave the Lions a chance to win. But they'll go away with a 1-point loss, 23-21, and the streak continues for the Bombers. That's 9 in a row. The loneliest guy in the house is Matt Kellett, but you pointed out the hold was the biggest part of the story there.
Yeah, first runner-up as loneliest guy is David Rivers.
Yeah, except nobody knows about Rivers. They can only see Kellett, right?
Well, no one talks about the holder until that happens, and David Rivers missed the tee, and his left hand was in front of the football. Matt Kellett had no football to look at. Look how he misses it going back right there. He has to try and reload, and it's not in time.
The Lions were sporadic offensively tonight, but they had a great finish and a chance to win. So Kahari Jones gets the better of his old roomie and teacher, Damon Allen, for the third straight time. Richie gets the win, but he's still fuming about the call.
Well, he's 3 wins away from automatically getting an extra year added to his contract.
Been a great year for football in Winnipeg already. The Bombers add 1 more to their total. They're now 11 wins, 2 losses.
Wendy's Friday Night Football on TSN is brought to you in part by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the CFL, and by Molson Canadian. I am Canadian.
2 very entertaining football games in the CFL on Friday night. First of all, ours. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers have won 9 in a row. They do it the hard way, but they do it. They are now 11-2, and the Lions still have 2 teams right on their tail in the West. The other game had Calgary in Toronto. The Argonauts blew a 23-point lead, but they hung on by the hairs of their chinny chin as well. 33-31 is the final there. They got 2 touchdowns out of their defense, and that was the key to this win. Our next game is Sunday for the Montreal Alouettes. Heartbreak for them watching this game. They were inches away from having an opportunity to tie the Bombers tonight. Check that one out on Sunday. We'll be here. Coming up next on TSN Sports Center with Dutch and Gino. They've got all the news of the day. What a finish in Winnipeg. A tough ending for the Lions, but the Bombers will take it. They've won 9 in a row. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you Sunday.